Hi, YouTube, Repo Man 64. How many licks does it take to get this, to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? Remember that when we were kids, or at least when I was a kid, back in the 60s and 70s? That was a big selling point of that sucker. And what was really cool about it is it made us have patience. And we waited. And we literally tried to count. I mean, we were kids. We had nothing better to do. And me and my brother and my sister would sit there and we would try to count actually how many it took. And after a while, we just had no more patience and we just bit into it just to get to it because we were so close anyway. And isn't that kind of like where we're at right now as Christians? We're trying to figure out when Jesus is coming, and we're just looking at this and looking at that. And God bless everybody who's trying to figure it out. And God bless everybody who's watching and trying to understand themselves. And it's no easy thing. The good news is that you're eating a sucker. You're reading the Word of God. It's my analogy for today. And at the end of the day, you're going to go to heaven. You're an elect because you are watching. You're trying to figure it out. You're either trying to figure it out, you're studying your Bible, you're having dreams and visions, you're seeing what's really going up in the sky, like Jeffrey McGaha. You're like Ken Potter. He has described in the Discord exactly what a real vision or dream from God is and how you know it's real. You're looking at world current events, a lot like Steve Fletcher's doing. You're looking at gematria, like T. Renshaw does. You're looking at the Bible itself and the moon phases and what the Bible tells us about all that, like Dr. Barry Ah, which, by the way, he's one of my favorite. He's amazing on what he's done. You're looking at the Enoch calendar like I do, and Sabine, which I can't even hold a candle to. She's amazing with what she's found in her stuff. And she's kind of looking, to me, it looks like she's looking at, and she's smart. She's not going to say, this is when it's going to happen. I'm the same way. I'm not going to say this is when it's going to happen. However, it's very important to know that we are getting close. We believe it has to happen in 2021. We believe that because of, I made some notes. 1948, Israel becomes a nation. 2028, the prophecy must be fulfilled. Subtract 7 years and we're in 2021. When you add all the patriarchs up and those 75 years for Abraham, they add up to 2021. Watchman Adam, I need to get into this myself a little bit, has determined that the year is 5994. So we are 7 years from the end of that 6,000 years. For example, in November, I will turn 57. If anybody asks me all the way up to the day before my birthday, how old are you? I will tell them that I am 56. I will be 56. Technically, I'm not 56. Technically, I've been 56 for about 9 months. So keep that in mind when you think about the years 5994. We have to complete the year. I believe they're saying Jesus started his ministry in 28 AD. Didn't Jesus say that in 2 days and on the third day he would return? That's 2,000 years. That's 2028. Again, take out the 7 years for the tribulation. And Jesus is returning. 2021 is our year. We believe it's the year. We're looking at a lot of stuff. And then we're going to come over here to the photos. Oops. Let's see here. There. All right. So we know the Bible clearly teaches that in the first month and the 14th day, Jesus went to the cross. That was March 30th. Now, this is the Enoch calendar, remember. That's what we're looking at as far as a timeline is concerned. Or that's what I'm looking at. Now, we're going to go over here to where the beginning of the year used to be, Tishri 1. That was September 15th. Okay? We are over here now on the 27th. So the 27th would be Tishri 12. 2 more days from now would mirror the head of the year in Jesus' time. Is the Lord going to mirror that? It's 3 days after the equinox. It is the first month and the 14th day of the calendar that Noah used when he was on the ark. I think this was done on purpose. God changed the head of the year to March, and it used to be Tishri 1. So I leave this up here for a moment for you to take a look at. Now, from the equinox of September 26th, I've shown you that many times. That is a day of equal parts. A man on a long journey, the Bible talks about a man on a long journey, brings us to Heshvan 10. According to the Enoch calendar, that is October 24th. This is the day that Methuselah died, was buried, and this is the day the flood was supposed to occur. But Methuselah asked God, please don't bury me amongst the wicked. Don't let me die in the flood with all the wicked. Let me die before. And then they buried him. They buried him on the 24th of October, Heshvan 10. They mourned Methuselah. Noah went into the ark. God shut the door, and that's why they were sitting in there. I've asked this question before in previous videos. What did he do in there for 7 days? Why was he locked up in the ark for 7 days for nothing to happen? Now we know. It was because they were mourning Methuselah. They were giving the respects to Methuselah, his 7 days. And then the flood began on Halloween Day, October 31st, Heshvan 17. Like I've shown so many times in the past, right here, Tisha B'Av, the day they went into the graves, the Jews are off by a week. The same thing here. The calendar today is off by a week. They are calling Heshvan 17 as October 24th, and not according to the Enoch calendar. And again, I'm not saying that that's perfect and that's the only way we're going to look at it, but that's just the way I look at it. And that's the prayer. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. I want to give you some encouragement just to keep watching and to keep waiting. The day is coming, is going to happen, and don't lose heart. Keep praying. God says to pray always, that you might be counted worthy, so don't stop praying. Keep praying, and before you know it, we'll all be in heaven, and it's going to be the most amazing thing you've ever seen, and you'll be surprised. This is just a video short tonight as I'm going to work. RepoMan64, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and keep seeking. And in the comment sections, you guys are absolutely amazing. The wonderful comments you left for Jeffrey Magaha, and some of you are giving me some information that's helping out. Somebody gave me something. I think it was on. I don't remember where exactly it was, but it was a good piece of information. I'm gonna go research that, and I'm gonna bring it to you. Some people are awesome researchers, and they find stuff, and it really helps out. So, and that's a blessing. And we're all researching, or we're watching and learning, and that's what it's all about. Stay on this side. There's 8 billion people on this planet, and I can promise you there are nearly 8 billion people that don't even care. They don't even care. They're not watching for anything. There's a very few select people who are, and they are a unique group of people, very, very unique group of people. We see things completely different than anyone else on the planet. We know what's going on around us. You know, when this V came out, my initial reaction was, oh, we better stay inside. I started watching YouTube, and I realized within a couple of days that I'm not wearing anything, and I'm not worried about anything because this is fake. I knew it within a couple of days. My Christian friends who are on YouTube that I watched back when it started, said, this isn't it, this is why they're doing it, and I knew what it was. So anyway, go to a quiet place by yourself. Nobody needs to know. You don't need to tell anybody. And accept the Lord into your heart. I'm telling you, this day is almost here. If you've never watched any of these videos before and you're just getting into it and you're kind of saying, well, this is crazy, I don't know if it's real or not, now's not the time. You will get stuck in the tribulation. I want you to know that there's going to be a great number that no man can count that will make it through the tribulation, because if you're not buying into this now, you certainly will then. So our YouTube channels that are very small by comparison to dogs riding skateboards are going to explode with popularity, and all of the things that we teach now will be used as a tribulation saint references, and that's what we're making these videos for. The ones who are already elect and watching, who are already saved, we're just learning pieces of information. We're trying to figure out what it is. But for everyone else who's not buying into this, who doesn't believe it, these videos are for you. This video is for you. What just happened? The rapture took place, and you're still here, and you're trying to figure out what happened to all the people. And you're searching YouTube for anything to try to figure out what happened to all the people. And we're here. There's a whole wealth of information here for you. And I have 4,000 subs right now, or a little over 4,000 subs, which is really nice. Thank you very much. It helps open up windows in YouTube when you when you subscribe. I guarantee I will have 1 million views. Guarantee it. I'll have 1 million views after this event takes place. We YouTubers that are using YouTube for this purpose, for the purpose of God, we will become the most popular. The dog on a skateboard, he's not going to get so many hits anymore. It's going to be us. All right, I'm going to cross the bridge, and it's really loud. I can't even speak all of a sudden. Repo Man 64. We'll talk to you later, YouTube.